That's Ralph saying hello.
Hello.
Hiya, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This vlog is the tour of our narrowboat, Thistle Rose. So I'm going to show you the inside.
And I'm going to show you the outside.
So let's go.
Thistle Rose is a 57-foot long cruiser stern narrowboat with a reverse layout, bespoke built by Aintree Boats, and launched in spring 2022. We have decided on having it in a medium blue with a white pencil line on the sides and the roof. We have a small bow to maximise the room inside, which has two lockers, one for the gas and the other for the bow thruster. Underneath the bow is a 350 litre freshwater tank. As it's currently winter, this is where we keep our coal, hose pipe and other things. But in the summer, this is where we have our deck chairs. Front of the boat there's a security camera, bow doors and TV aerial point. On the roof we opted for a 500 watt flexible solar panel which can be walked on, 5 chrome mushrooms to help air ventilation inside, and also the chrome chimney and gangplank. The windows are dark tinted to stop people looking in. There's a duck hatch on either side of the boat for extra light in the summer, and we also have a fully covered stern with a weatherproof pram cover which is fully detachable. So now I'm on the back deck, and this is a cruiser stern, so you can see we've got loads of room on this kind of stern. Looking down, we've got CCTV cameras, a keypad entry, so there's no padlocks on the doors, so we can remotely get access to the boat either by fobs, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or by punching in the code. We've got 2 seats either side, one full of tools for mooring, the other side's full of wood in the winter, and again you can see our muddy boots, a control panel to help steer and power the boat, you can see there, and that gets locked up at the night time, and the switches for the side lights, headlight and horn. And then the deck boards, you can see you've got 2 deck boards. The first one is for the engine and the second one is for the weed hatch. As if by magic, there's the engine. So the deck boards come up, and it's a Barris Shire 45 engine, so loads of power, and it really does give it some oomph when we need to. Just moving around, but also because we've got a cruiser stern, we've got loads of space underneath the deck boards. You can see I've got lots of tools, the deck chairs, paints, batteries, etc. down there. And on top we've got a nice access point which opens wide, and there's my able assistant. Hello Rozzie.
Hello.
And the nutty cockapoo.
He's there.
Is there some? Right, let's go inside.
So this is our kitchen area, or otherwise known as the galley. We wanted a much bigger kitchen than sort of a standard narrowboat because we do really like to cook. So you may notice that our galley area is slightly bigger than your standard narrowboat. It does mean that we lost a bit of room in our saloon, but we were actually okay with that, and it meant that we had a lot more storage space in our kitchen. So I'll show you the cupboards in the kitchen. So we've got 2 cupboards either side of the stern doors. This cupboard holds all our electrics and our radio, and also our bin and umbrellas and things like that. So that's and the inverter for the 12 volt to the 240 volt. On this side we've got another cupboard which we keep all our hats and gloves and scarves and coats and things in, and underneath here it houses our boiler.
Yeah, it is boiler.
Yeah, our boiler for our hot water, which so it gets quite nice and warm in there, which keeps our coats warm, which
and
is
the
quite nice.
boiler can be done 3 ways. So we've got a 240 volt cable, the engine can heat up the water, but we've also got an dispatcher.
Yeah, so that's another way, which also heats our radiators, which we'll show you in a bit. So this is the gas oven and grill, which is your standard Thetford grill and gas oven where we do all our cooking. Some boats do have a microwave, but because we're continuous cruisers and we didn't want to have to use the 240 volt for a microwave, we just kept that cupboard for more storage, which is really useful for keeping all our tins and juice and cereals and things in. Then we've got 3 drawers down here, our cutlery, tea towels and loads of all our instruction manuals and things for the boats there. Then all these cupboards here, well most of them are storage cupboards, so we've got all our kitchen stuff in there. Then we've got a food cupboard here which is really deep and big. And then this is where we keep all our crockery, our plates and our cups and our glasses, and Ralph's having a good sniff. He loves to get in the way.
He thinks that's food cupboard.
He loves to get in the way. One thing that we did want as well is we wanted all our appliances, like our white goods, to be covered by kitchen doors, just to keep it streamlined and keep it looking nice. So behind these doors we do have our washing machine, which is just a standard washing machine with loads of
it's not standard, it's Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and everything. We just use it as a standard washing machine.
Okay. So yeah, and it's got loads of economical settings on it, which means it uses less water and low temperature.
But we just use the same one every time.
Well, which is great. More storage in there, which goes right to the back for keeping things that we don't use that often. And then we've also got a standard 12-volt fridge in there with small freezer as well. Little Ralph's corner with his little bowl and his little toys, cookbooks and things. But one thing we really wanted was plenty of worktop space for prepping food, cooking food, which is exactly what we got. So yeah, we've also got our 3-ring gas hob, which we really like. The rings are really big and we can have 3 pans bubbling away on here with loads of food anytime we want. Also our trusty kettle, as Rob loves his cup of teas.
More the merrier.
So there we go. So this is our galley. We've also got these blinds on the windows, which we roll down at night.
And we'd recommend not to have material. And we're happy with those because you wipe those down, right? So,
yeah, the blinds are wiped down, and we were advised not to have curtains, and we decided against blinds because, slotted blinds, because they're more difficult to clean. So moving on to the dinette, we decided to go for a Pullman style dinette because we like to sit opposite each other and we like to play card games and things in the evening. So that's the style that we decided to go to. Some narrowboats can have L shapes, but we decided to go for the Pullman style dinette. This also doubles up into a double bed. So when you have guests over, this creates a double bed, and we'll show you pictures of that in a bit. We've also got loads of storage space under here, so we lift these cushions up and there's loads of storage which we don't really even utilise at the moment, but Rob's got all his tools under here, and we've got loads of extra bedding and stationery and loads of things under there that we don't use all the time, but we need to be able to store, so that all goes in there. We had these redone when we moved onto the boat. The original fabrics that we chose, because we had our boat built in lockdown, obviously we didn't get to visit the boat during the build process as much as we wanted, so we chose fabrics over video call, and we didn't really know what we were going to end up with, so we decided to get this redone. So we had these reupholstered and got new cushions for them, so we'll drop a link for the guy that supplied them below. We also changed our curtains, so the colour scheme of the boat wasn't quite what we had pictured when we first ordered it. So the curtains, again, the fabric wasn't great, which really came down to the fact that it was locked down and we didn't really get to choose and sit and look through loads of fabric samples. So we went to a specialist narrowboat curtain maker. They actually live on a narrowboat themselves. They do all the making of the curtains on their boat, so they know about boats. So they were called Curtains 4, and we'll drop a link to them below as well. So we chose to have eyelets on top and bottom rather than tucking in, just because that's what we thought looked the nicest. But we wanted really nice thick plush curtains, so we decided to get them changed. So I'll just show you what they look like when they're closed. And we really like them because they really do cut out any draft from the windows and make it really nice and cosy in the evenings. And
they're easy to open and close, aren't they? With top and bottom.
And so
we're
still
really
look
happy
nice
with those.
Yeah, and they still look nice when they're drawn. So that was a big selling point for us.
And we've got 2 duck hatches, so one that side and one the other side, and those are lovely in the summer to open those up. When we're having breakfast and stuff in the morning, get the swans over, whether you want them or not.
We thought 2 duck hatches was the best thing because it depends on which side of the canal that you're moored on. And we also wanted windows in our duck hatches to let in extra light. Because we opted for blacked out windows, which means basically when you're on the outside of the boat you can't look in, but obviously you can still look out. In the sort of late evening when the sun's starting to go down, it does start to get a bit not dark, but not as bright inside the boat. So we decided that because we were having those windows, we thought it best to have windows in the duck hatches to let in as much light as we can. So that's why we opted for 2 of them with windows. I'll talk about the radiators as well, although Rob, I'm sure, will chip in about these. So we opted for column radiators, and we've got 2 in here. They're thicker than the standard radiators, and we chose them, 1 for style, but 2 also for maximum amount of heat. And you can have them both on, you can have 1 on, you can have them kind of half on, and they're obviously powered by the Eberspacher that we mentioned before.
The downside to that is they take a little bit longer to heat up because there's more water to heat, but then stay warmer for longer once you switch off the Eberspacher. So for well over an hour, they're still hot, aren't they?
Yeah, really warm, and they really do fill the boat with heat, which is great. One thing also to talk about is our wooden panels and how our paint scheme in the boat. So we chose reclaimed wood for our, what are those called, the gunnels?
Yeah, the gunnels.
Yeah, the gunnels. So we chose reclaimed wood. Basically, on one visit that we did make it up to our boat builders, we were just viewing other people's boats, weren't we, in the build process, and we saw one boat that had the reclaimed wood, and we just thought that looked really, really nice, and it was different, a bit unique, so we decided to ask if we could have that on our boat as well very often. And also we decided to have painted walls as well rather than just the wooden finish. Again, something that we just decided to do. We wanted it slightly different, a bit unique, so yeah.
And we've also got the mood lighting, so you can see the mood lighting on the side. And I like my gadgets.
He does like his gadgets.
The boats all got Alexa and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You can probably hear her there. Alexa, turn off mood lighting.
I don't know that one. I decided not to work the one time. I'll do it. Alexa, turn mood lighting off.
Okay.
And it worked.
Put it back on.
Alexa, turn mood lighting on.
Okay.
So yeah, so we've got mood lighting as an added extra on the boat. But it's nice in the evenings when we have that and just the fairy lights on, and it's really cosy and nice in the boat. Moving into the saloon area now. And as we mentioned before, our saloon area is slightly smaller than some narrowboats, I guess, but it's perfect for us. And for the maybe 1 or 2 hours a day that we sit in this area and watch TV, it was perfect. And we managed to find a perfect sofa in a box, which I think we got from DFS. So basically, it came in a box, and we built the sofa inside the boat.
Just want to say that it was half the price of Sofa Bomb.
Oh yes, so there you go. Good tip. DFS, but build a sofa
exactly
in a
the same.
box. Obviously, the sofa bed barns do double up as sofa beds, but we don't need that.
We don't need that
because we've got the dinette. So yeah. And as you can see, the mood lighting continues along here. We've got our curtains in here as well. And it's just a really nice, cosy, comfy area to sit when we've got the fire on. So we've got I don't know the name.
It's a squirrel.
Is it a squirrel?
Yeah, 3 kilowatt squirrel fire.
Okay, there you go. And Rob does a great job of keeping the fire on in the winter 24/7, basically. We wanted to keep our saloon space quite minimalist. One of the reasons being just because it is a small space and we didn't want it to seem too cluttered. So we kept it quite plain, not plain, but quite minimalist. We've got our TV cabinet with our TV and a few books on the shelf there as well. And Ralph's just climbed up on the sofa.
That's not his bed.
That's not his bed.
Well, Ralph seems to think that's his bed.
Right, down, down, down.
And here's Ralph's bed. Ralphie, in your bed.
So Ralph does actually really like sleeping under the
Ralphie
dinette.
bed.
And we call this his bedroom.
In you go. It's a good boy.
And he fits quite nicely under there.
Yes. So that's...
Just on another note as well, when we first got the boat, we did think about really carefully before we started putting things up on the walls. But one thing that we really wanted to have was a picture that demonstrated, well, the boat in essence. So because we named our boat Thistle Rose, because I'm Scottish and my husband's English, Rob's English, we wanted a Thistle Rose picture. So we had this commissioned by an artist that we found in a canal side shop. So there's a shop called, I think it's called Serenity, in Braunston. And we met with an artist there and discussed our ideas, and she painted this picture for us. So
we love it.
Drop a link to her, drop a link for her below as well. But yeah, we really like that. So yeah, there we go. And we also had thistle and roses as our buttonholes at our wedding. Useless information. And now we'll go into the bathroom, show you the bathroom. So into the bathroom. We've got a nice oval shaped sort of corner shower here with sliding doors. Ample space inside there to have a nice warm shower.
There's loads of room in there.
Yeah, and we added this shower tidy to the wall here as well to keep all our bits and bobs in. We've got loads of space in the bathroom. We've got loads of cupboards for all our bits and bobs. So we've got 2 cupboards here, and we've also got a cupboard down here where we keep our cleaning stuff. And we've got the 2 towel shelves here. Lovely countertop basin. And we opted for a composting toilet. We've also got the... I'm going too fast. We've also got the heated towel rail behind you. And we've got 2 frosted glass portholes, which we also have bungs for. Ta-da! Bungs in the bathroom. And now we'll show you the bedroom. And welcome to our bedroom. So one thing that we decided to go for when deciding on the layout for our bedroom was the transverse bed that goes across. One thing, we wanted a king size bed. So this is a king size double. And 2, we didn't want one of us to be up against the wall. So with this kind of bed which pulls out, which literally takes about 10 seconds. Some people say they don't like that, but again, it's just personal choice. But all you need to do is pull out these boards here, which clip onto here, and then the mattress flips over. But it does mean that we have a bigger bed and more space, and one of us isn't up against the wall. Plus, we like our own space in bed, and sometimes, when he's good, Ralph joins us. Another thing we wanted was plenty of...
I was wondering what he's going to say then. Sometimes when he's good.
Another thing we wanted was loads of storage space. We do have quite a lot of clothes, and because we live aboard full time, we wanted all our winter clothes and summer clothes and everything in between. So we both wanted a wardrobe. So we both have wardrobe with loads of hanging space, a shelf, and there's space down below for anything else that takes your fancy. Cupboards all the way along the top. Rob's got the same size wardrobe over there, and we've also got a cupboard down here. And we also have, which you can't see because the cushions are hiding, but we've got these little cubby holes down here which are really useful. So the cubby holes, we've got 12-volt charging points here, and we actually have these throughout the boat. So we have a double socket in the kitchen, and there's another one under the dinette, but we both each have one either side here, so we can charge our phones, and in the morning when Rob brings me a cup of coffee, I can just keep it here and have it in bed. We did have the curtains redone again in the bedroom as well, and while these curtains do pull all the way across, they're really just there for as dress curtains, because we have bungs for the windows as well. These were all made by the same company, that we mentioned before that we'll drop a link to.
And the grey flannelette on the back
Oh yes,
just
sorry.
keeps the water off the cushion.
Yeah. So we do actually have double glazing.
They just come off.
They just
so you can wash that. You can put those in the washer.
Yeah. So we do actually have double glazed windows throughout the boat, and we opted for double glazing to stop to prevent as much condensation. So we still do get some condensation, but not as much as we would if we had single pane glass. And it also keeps the boat warmer as well, retaining the heat. We've also got a long curtain across the back, which again stops any draft coming through the vents on the bow doors.
And then the bow doors, which easily open.
Open out into the bow, which is nice in the summer, but very cold in the winter.
In fact, so cold.
I can't remember the last time we had them open.
No, I'll close those.
A bit stiff. So yes, so that's our bedroom.
And even under the bed, there's loads of storage. So right underneath.
Even more storage with
three storage.
Really big pull-out drawers there, and there's also actually even storage underneath the bed.
So you pull out the mattress, and there's 2 cubby holes underneath the mattress.
Yeah.
For generally we put our winter clothes in there in the summer, and our summer clothes in there in the winter.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our bedroom.
And now we'll show you the bed as it's pulled out. Is this by magic?
That's the bed made. One of Ralph's favourite places to sleep. So yeah, there you go. Hello.
So I hope you enjoyed the little
tour of our Narrowboat.
Yeah, that as well.
Oh, so I hope you enjoyed the vlog is what he was trying to say, weren't you?
You tell me, darling.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed that vlog. And if you have any questions, then please do pop them in the comments box below. We'll do our best to answer. And we also hope that if there's anyone watching this that is looking to buy or looking to buy a new Narrowboat,
I hope it's giving you some either inspiration, what you like, or maybe what you don't like, because it's not it's just our personal preference.
Yeah, we did everything for us, and that was one of the reasons why we went for a new build, because we did go to see a few second-hand ones, but they just
well, it takes a lot of work, and we're not necessarily either at the time or got the capabilities to make those changes ourselves.
Yeah, they just didn't tick all the boxes for us, did they?
Yeah, but boats are preference, just like everything else. So it's whatever you might like about your boat. Anyway, so there you go. So that's our boat. Give him the thumbs up stuff.
Okay. So we'd just like to say once again, as we enter into 2023, thank you so much to everyone who's supported our channel so far. Please do continue to subscribe if you're watching, and hit the notification bell. YouTube will let you know when we next release a video. We do hope to go back to once a week videos once we start cruising again.
I'm grey enough.
Once
I can't do one.
He does all of the editing while I'm working. So yeah, please do give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed watching this video. And as I say, if you've got any questions about this week's vlog, then please do pop them in the comments box, and we'll do our best to answer them. And yeah, I think that's us.
We were on dry January.
Yeah, it didn't last that long. We did 10 days.
Yeah.
Which was long enough for us. So
yeah, bloody torture.
10 days, and but we're life's too short and all that. So
okay, that's the end of the vlog. Give it a wrap.
And that's a wrap.
See you next week, guys. Bye.
Toodaloo.